Hi folks, and welcome to Ark Survival Ascendant. So, in the last episode, we went out and we got ourselves the Doedicurus and the Megaloceros, our resource gathering dinos, and we did say that in this episode, we would go and get the Baryonyx, the third of the dinos that we were after, with our kibble that we'd prepared. However, there has been an update. If I go into here and then click on Engrams and type in the word cryo, Cryopods and Cryofridges have been added to the game now. So, in the original release of Ark, the Cryopods didn't appear until Extinction, and they were only available on the Extinction map. And then when they released the non-story map Valguero, that's the point where they got added to all the maps and became a bit of a game changer. So we weren't really expecting the Cryopods to be added to Ascended until those maps came out. But somehow or other, I guess people have complained so much that a little sneak update has happened and they've been added to the game. There is a little change that we'll go over once we craft them. But there's a whole chain of stuff that's got to happen before we can craft these. So these, as it says it can be crafted, both the Cryofridge and the Cryopods can be crafted at a tech replicator. We don't have that, you've got to beat all the bosses to get that. A supply crate or a tribute terminal. So, although you can do it on the supply crates that drop down from the sky, they are very limited time, and if they were to disappear while you had your stuff crafting in them, you're going to lose all your stuff. So we better go to the tribute terminals at the three arcs, the green, red and blue obelisk, and we'll craft them in there. However, there is a bit of an issue in we're not quite ready to be able to craft them, because apart from anything else, they need electronics and polymer to craft them. Crystal hide, oil, fiber, metal ingots, that's fine. Polymer for the cryopods, and a lot of polymer for the cryofridges. So we're going to have to get them crafted, but polymer has got to be crafted and electronics have got to be crafted in a fabricator. In the previous arc, there were tech dinos, and if you killed and harvested the tech dinos, you used to be able to get a lot of electronics from them. But we can't get that, so we're going to have to build a fabricator. The other thing we're going to have to build is a generator, because the cryofridge will require power. So let's... that almost certainly is made in the fabricator. So it needs cementing paste, metal ingots, spark powder, crystal and oil. Okay, we can probably do all of that. So let's go in here. So it was 20 cementing paste. What else do we need? Did we need crystal for the fabricator? We need 15 crystal for the fabricator. We need spark powder. We need 50 spark powder. We need 35 metal ingots. We do have in here 5, 10, 15. In fact, we'll probably have to make the fabricator in here, do we? Structures crafted. We do. So let's put all this stuff in here. Right, what are we short of? 10 oil. 100 oil. There we go. 10 oil. Right, so let's start the process off with crafting one of them. And then once we've got one of them, we'll need to make the generator. That's not how you spell it. There it is, generator. That must be the tech one. That also needs electronics. Okay. Right. So there's the fabricator. Is there a room along here? Let's... because I seem to remember this is quite large. Let's move it up past the stairs a little bit. let's stick it there. So this needs power, so it needs power by either electricity or by gasoline. So we'll have to make a little bit of gasoline. So that will require more oil and hide. And put that in here. But electronics requires silica pearls to make. We'll have to learn electronics. Wrong button, that button. Yeah, we need 1 metal ingot and 3 silica pearls for every electronics. So we're going to need quite a lot of electronics. So we're going to need a bunch of oil, we're going to need a bunch of silica pearls, and we're going to need polymer. So polymer can be crafted. Let's see. If you want polymer, it's also in the fabricator, and it needs cementing paste and obsidian. So that's quite expensive to make, because at the moment we don't have a lot of cementing paste. Obsidian we can get relatively easy. But what we can do is we can also use organic polymer. So this polymer here, you can craft it in the fabricator and you'll have it forever. It's got no expiry time. You can get organic polymer off of creatures, which does expire. It does like rot, like food does. But it can be used as a replacement for polymer. So if you just want to go and craft something and not necessarily store it for a while, that's a good thing to have. And as it happens, if I go into the full map, somewhere, which we can't even see at the moment, but up in the top northwest corner in the sort of snow biome, you can get all 3. There are nodes where you can get lots of oil. There are lots of silica pearls. Most of silica pearls is under the water. We haven't got the ability to go underwater quite yet, but there is silica pearl nodes that are above the water up in the snow area. And you can also get organic polymer from the Kairuku, or the penguins that are up there. So we can get all 3 of those items that we need, all from that same area. But to get into that area, we're going to need fur armor. And fur armor, which I think we started gathering some in the previous episode, it's crafted at the smithy, and every one of it needs pelt, hair, or wool. So we're going to need a whole bunch of pelt. We're going to need like 300 and odd pelt. So I'm going to learn the armor. We can craft it in the smithy, but luckily the smithy is also available via the saddle of the Argentavis. So armor, fur, so we can craft it in here if we have all the items. I've got already set up the fiber, the hide, the metal ingots that we need. We just need to get more fur. So I'm going to fly up towards the northeast. There's loads of things like the woolly mammoths, the woolly rhinos, the wolves, all up there can give us lots of fur. But of course also along the river that we saw in the previous episode, the megaloceros and the dire bear also gives us pelt as well. So I'm going to fly over there, try and grab as much pelt as I can on the way, and I'll meet you just outside the snow biome, and hopefully we'll be able to get some fur armor crafted. Okay, see you soon. Well, this is interesting. So we are way up here, just on the edge. You can just see the edge of the snow biome over there. So this is what was known as the mosh pit. But look how much trees are here now. There should be a sort of little hill. Is there? It's hard to see because of all the trees. But all that area over there was pretty much blank. Okay, so this is the kind of rock. We used to be able to sit up here and watch what's down there and see what would spawn, but there's so much trees there now that it's almost impossible to see. I'd have to go around taking all those trees down. Doesn't seem as highly populated as it used to be. Oh, he says, then goes round the corner. There we go. Doedicarus. Loads of stegos, carnos, argies. What was that? Doedic. 15, nice colour. Hankies. Kentros. Okay, so maybe... And obviously we saw a pack of Allosaurus when we first came in. Wow, interesting. There's the little island, it's got all the crystal on it. It's another option for getting crystal for a spyglass in the early days was get a raft and come up here, come all the way up here, and then that's some of the crystal you could find that wasn't up on top of a mountain. Right, anyway, I have gathered a whole bunch of pelt off of mainly dire bears. I found dire bears along the river north of the redwoods give me the most. You were getting between 40 and 50 pelt off of each one. I got in a bit of a fight, so my health was way down. But there we go. We should have enough now to make a whole set of fur armour. So let's... Oh, I've crafted 2. Try that again. Gloves. There we go. Crafted 2 hoods by mistake. Right. So can we put them on? U, E, 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 E. And then we'll put our armour over there. So we've got a full set of pelt now, so we can go into the snow. There's a ring drop, but it is only a white drop, and there is a Uranus beside it, so we're not going to go into that. So yeah, we're in the snow and we're not getting affected by the cold. Which is good. What's that lying in the... Oh, it's just a plant sticking out of the water. Megaloceros and mammoths. Right, if we go underneath this little bridge, nice icicles hanging off of it, we should start seeing, let's see, it may be changed, is it? I would have thought we would have been seeing Kairuku on these ice floes. Textures are a bit dodgy. Now, is this oil rocks? They changed the look of the oil rocks. Ooh, so that actually looks like obsidian. That is obsidian. Okay, we're not after obsidian. Oh, is there no... Oh, is this an oil rock? Or is this just a rock? Oh no, it's got kind of a different look to it. But yeah, here we go, oil. So these rocks here are the new oil rocks. They used to be sort of taller and more covered in black oozing oil, but you can just see the oil in the crevices there. So if we harvest them, you get more oil than you get stone. So there we go, 65 oil. Let's chuck away that. We'll keep that little bit of obsidian because that'll always come in handy. Right, so I'll harvest one more. They're not quite as obvious that they're oil rocks. They were a lot taller and blacker in the previous version of the game. Right, so that's another 35. Okay, right, I won't let you watch me harvest all them. Let's go looking for Kairuku. And silica pearls. So I'll go for a little bit of a fly around, and I'll bring you back once I find either of them. Okay, see you in a bit. Right, I think I've found my first silica pearl. It's been the only one I've found, but let's have a look. Put that away. Grab that. Yeah, so 19 silica pearls. There was just one node all on its own on this little ice floe. So, there's another one over here. No, that looks like a rock. Or is it? Nope, that's a tiny little oil rock. Okay, I'll bring you back if I find some more. See you soon. Okay, so we've found a couple of nodes here. So up in this corner, in this little bay area here, so just over there, I found a couple of nodes over there. There's a couple more nodes here. So they don't seem to be quite as plentiful, or certainly as I haven't found the areas that they're quite as plentiful as before. But that's probably enough for what we need. We've got a bunch back at base that we've got off of killing trilobites. They were a relatively good source. So all I need to do now is find the Karuku. I still haven't found a single Karuku yet. Then maybe I have to go up higher on the cliff, but I'll keep heading around here and see if I can find... Oh, there's another silica pearl node. And I'll bring you back once I find some Karuku. Well, this is turning out to be very strange. So if I bring up the map, I've flown all the way along to here where the snow ends and it starts going back into the greenery again. So this is all kind of tundra over here. So it's not really Karuku territory. And then I flew all the way back again, but this time came a little bit inland and looking at the top of the cliffs, and I've not found one single Karuku in the whole map. So I don't know whether they're not added to the game yet, which seems a bit weird because all the other creatures seem to be here, or I'm just being really unlucky and they're just not spawning for me at all. But all very strange. I've not got a single Karuku. So the only other animal on the map that you can get organic polymer for is the Hesperornis, which is the kind of like duck type creature that swims about in the rivers. But they're a bit few and far between and also a bit difficult to get hold of. So not exactly brilliant for farming organic polymer. You get a little bit from them, but you'll only get like one Hesperornis every now and again. Kairuku, there used to be hundreds of them around here. Used to get no problem at all. But on the other side, I did have a red drop come down as I was flying along. And if I look at my inventory, as well as a 132 set of primitive riot leggings, some focal chili, some mind wipe tonic, I got 47 polymer from it, that drop. So we've got a bunch of polymer as it worked out. I managed to get 162 silica pearls. They just seem to be the odd little node. Like I showed you in this little inlet here, there was a few nodes there, and there was the odd individual node along the north end here, but not a huge amount, but enough to give me 100 nod. So I think I'm going to give up here, and I'm going to fly home, and we're going to get some crafting done. Okay, it'll take me a while to fly home, but I'll see you very shortly. Right, just as we're heading home, this is just the little lake on the edge of the mosh pit. And where did it go? There. Oh, I just jumped off the bird. That's not clever. Come here, come here, come here. Yeah, just here we have a Hesperornis. Can I get it? Bullets. Don't go in the water. Oh, it's running away. Come on, come back out of the water. That's it. There we go. Killed it. Right. Is it underneath the ground? That's going to be typical. Oh, come on, drag the body. Let's get it up on here. Right, what we want to do is we want to craft a club. So the club, there we go, wooden club. It just needs 15 fibre and 5 wood. Weapons, primitive, melee, club. Let's make one of them. Put that down here. And then 6. So if we harvest it with a club, oh, got to drag its body a bit better with this hip box thing. There we go. We're getting organic polymer from... See how quickly the durability of the club goes down. There we go. So we got a 20 from that one Hesperornis. That's what I was saying, that it's not the best because they're so few and far between and you get very little of them. But we got some. The Kairuku would still be better, but at least we've got the real polymer now as well. Okay, just wanted to show you that since I saw one, and I'll head you back and I'll see you back at base. Okay then, we are back home. We've unloaded everything. So, in order to make electronics, we need 3 silica pearls and 1 metal ingot each. So let's drop some silica pearls in there. We're probably going to need about 20. So let's just do 5, 10, 15, 20. We're going to need a little bit of fuel to start with, because you can run this thing either on gasoline, and as I showed it before, gasoline is made with putting oil and hide in the furnace. I think it's 6 oil and 5 hide, I think it is, and that'll give you 5 gasoline. We don't need an awful lot of it because we can then run this off of electricity later. So we'll need fuel, we'll need metal. We can now turn it on. There we go, it all lights up. Oh, I turned it off again. That probably wasted a whole... It did. Every time you turn it on, it uses a gasoline, so I wasted gasoline there by turning it on and off by pushing the wrong button. Right, so we want to craft all of that, so let's go to craft 20 electronics. We can also craft polymer in here. So obviously we found 47 polymer in the red drop up in the snow area, and then we got some organic polymer which has already started to spoil, so I've put it, there it is, look, it's down to 7 minutes left, so I've put it in the fridge to slow it down a bit. So we're not going to get all 20 of that out, so I'm going to need some real polymer. So composite, so what's that? That is cementing paste and obsidian. So I don't need to make a lot of it because I've got some, but it's 2 of each. Let's head over here to our chest. Cementing paste, let's see, what we'll just take 6. We'll make 3 of them to put that up to 50. And obsidian, I've dropped in the smithy. Obsidian. There we go. Drop them in. Composites. All. Make 3 of them. Right, we should now be able to make our generator. We just need 25 metal ingots for that. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's 10 electronics and 25... 10 electronics and 25 metal ingots. So let's make one of them. Okay, I think that's us finished with the fabricator now, so we can power that down. We'll take the fuel, we'll take the generator, and we'll take the... Do we need electronics? We need electronics for the cryo fridge. We'll need to take that with us. I think I'll put the generator upstairs. The good thing with this update is that, like the water pipes, we don't need to... Or like the water intake in the taps, we don't need pipes to connect them all together, and equally, these are wireless electricity machines now. Let's see, we cue that. Can we put it right in the back there? Yep. So we don't need to run wires all over the place and socket boxes and stuff like that. This will be wireless. So we'll put the fuel in there and we'll switch that on. And that means that the fabricator should now be powered. Yep, you can see the little green power symbol. It is now powered from the electricity from upstairs. So we'll take the rest of... We'll need to make some more fuel, that won't last very long. We'll throw that fuel in here. Now that we've got a load of oil, we'll be able to make fuel no problem at all. And leave that running. So we'll have... In fact, yeah, we'll leave it running, but that's okay. We don't actually need it until we come back with the cryo fridge. Right, the next thing we need to do is gather all our stuff together to make the cryo fridge. So let's see, and the cryopods of course, we'll need to learn that. So the cryo fridge needs 12 crystal, 115 metal ingots, 7 electronics and 30 polymer. So we just need the crystal and the metal ingots. The cryopods needs a lot more stuff. It needs crystal, hide, oil, fibre, metal ingots and polymer. So I'll gather up enough to go and craft that, and then we'll fly to the green obelisk and we'll use the terminal there to get this stuff crafted. Okay, so let's learn them. I'll go and gather that up and I'll see you when we get to the green obelisk. Okay. Okay, here we are at the green ob, and right at the base here we have the terminal. So in here you can see weapons and structures, electric. So there's the cryopod. Let's drop everything in. Don't. So that's everything, but we're 11 polymer short. So I just want to put the organic polymer in first to make sure it uses that first, because obviously that will expire. So let's craft a fridge. There we go. Right, now we can craft, I don't know why they're classed as weapons, but we need the fibre in and some more polymer, and we can craft, I think we can craft two cryopods for the moment. You can see they've got timers. They're already counting down. 30 days and 23 hours left, but obviously you can recharge them at the cryo fridge. Right, so let's take, I suppose we could actually leave it in here because it won't go anywhere, but we'll take it home with us anyway, just in case. Okay, right, we've got a cryo fridge and we've got 2 cryopods created, so let's, which way is home? That way. Following the tame markers for the Doedicurus is an easy way of getting us home. Okay, let's get back to the base and then we can test these things out. Right, we are back home again. So the first thing we want to test is we've still got the fridge in our inventory. We haven't done anything with that. I just want to put the cryopods down. I want to make sure you can use the cryopods without a fridge. So let's just grab. Here's the spare Anki, for example. This one here. So that looks good. Yeah. So you can see in the icon down at the bottom, it now shows a little like line picture of an Anki on button 6 down here. So the Anki is in the pod. And if I go here and hover over it, it'll tell me all the details, even tells me the colours of the different zone and all the stats of that Anki that's inside that cryopod. So you can still use the cryopod to pick up creatures. So if you're out taming on the other side of the map, you can use the cryopod to pick up a creature, and you don't need to be in the vicinity of a fridge, or an active fridge even, to put one down. However, if you try and put it back out again, it says cannot deploy, no nearby cryo fridge ready. So because we don't have an active cryo fridge here, we can't deploy them. So this is the thing that they've implemented to stop. It's mainly PvPers just like turning up out of nowhere with an army of dinos in their cryopods and just go bang bang bang, deploy them all, and you've got a whole army ready to start attacking. So annoyingly, they've implemented that for PvE as well. So what we'll have to do is we'll need to put a fridge down. So let's stick the fridge up on the main deck. We'll stick the fridge up here. Let's have a look. There we go. Can we snap it there? That'll do. Right, there we go. So it's powered. It's getting power from the generator in there. But you can see just in the sort of orangey yellow writing in the middle, it says cryopod deployment prevented for 4 minutes 44 seconds, and it's counting down. So to stop people just taking a fridge and a generator with them and doing the same thing, it requires a 5-minute cooldown for the fridge to be deployed before you can use it. So we can't access its inventory. All we can do is show and hide the range. So let's show the range. So you can see the blue circle around there. So it's not huge, but it's still a fair distance. So I'm not sure whether we'll be able to... We won't be able to put anything down over here, but we'll be able to place people down in this area. So I just need to wait for that cooldown to finish, and then we can put out the Anki that we've got on the cryopod again. So I will bring you back when that countdown has counted down. Okay, see you soon. Okay, we're almost there. We've got 40 seconds to go. I was actually incorrect. If you press F on the fridge, you can access its inventory. I've went and picked up one of the pteranodons, and you can indeed place it in the fridge with that countdown still going on, and it'll be charging that cryopod and keeping it up to the 30-day limit. Okay, what have we got now? 20 seconds to go. Right, so if we make our way down outside, head down the walkway. Right, so there's the line. So if we're on this side of the line, we're at the point where we go, oh, it still says cannot deploy no cryo fridge. Now, if we're on this side of the line, we can place it down. There we go. Notice that down in the bottom right hand corner, we've got a 300-second timer counting down. So if we was to place another animal out of a cryopod, I think this is a is this a PvP setting or a PvE setting? I can never remember which way around. One of them switches off the cryo sickness debuff, but I think it's this PvP setting that is another reason to stop you putting out loads of animals at the same time. You have to basically wait 5 minutes, 300 seconds, 5 minutes in between each deployment. But that's the way it works now. You can't deploy them anywhere. They have to be within a pretty close radius. You can see where the fridge is there on the center mast, and you can see the circle here just meets to our dock. So most of these animals are actually outside the range, but we were able to stick down the Anki just inside here. And like I said, it's a bit annoying that they've implemented that feature, which is obviously to stop PvP players, but it does it on PvE as well. But hey, we've got cryopods now, so it means we can tame animals on the other side of the map, put them in a cryopod and carry them back to base to save having to walk them all the way across the world. And potentially, like, you could fly a creature to a cave, and if you built a little shack outside the cave with a cryo fridge and a generator, it'd be quite expensive to do that. I guess you could place them down, wait 5 minutes, and then you'd be able to deploy your dino, do the cave, pick it all back up again, and then head back home. So at least it gives us a bit more flexibility, and a lot earlier than we expected. We expected to wait for the extinction map before these came along. But yeah, the good old days of early Ark where you had to walk your dinos, like if you moved base from the outskirts into the centre and you had to get this whole chain of all these dinos all following each other and getting attacked and stuff on the way, it used to make a very interesting, quite a long journey to get up to the new base. But now we can put them all in the cryopods. As long as you take a fridge and a generator with you, you can then slowly deploy them at your new base and save a lot of hassle. So there we go, cryopods are back in the game. So these little Pokeballs are back and allowing to help us play Ark a little bit easier. Okay, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.